Warning: you are about to read a story of betrayal that cost me 8 years of my life and nearly $9,000. But the most devastating blow came when my own mother and my beloved brother cut me out of their lives, leaving me only with a grocery list and a bill to pay. I, Vera Lansing, 28 years old, was double-checking the door to the kindergarten classroom where I work after the last child left. A heavy, autumnal smog had settled over the city. My phone vibrated in my coat pocket. The family chat. A message from my brother, Shane. My 25th birthday party this year is going to be massive, Vera Bear. No room for you. So the... A message from my mom, Bella Sterling, followed immediately. A heart emoji and then the addendum. But you'll still come and cook, right? The paella for 100 people, as usual, and your famous beef stroganoff. My thumb froze above the screen. 8 years straight. Birthdays, graduations, friends' weddings, anniversaries, every New Year's Eve dinner, every family celebration that needed to be catered from scratch. And I, Vera Lansing, was always the one in the kitchen. And now, I was not invited. I was just the hired help. If your family has ever literally pushed you out the door, but still demanded you stay and serve them, hit like and subscribe to find out how my family saga ended. That evening, I sank into the sofa of my tiny studio apartment and opened my banking app. The screen's soft, anxious glow illuminated the history of transfers made over those 8 years. Every trip to the store for Shane's parties, every deposit for renting out a hall for his celebrations, cash for Mom's urgent expenses that conveniently aligned with Shane's purchases. I opened the calculator. $150 here for the barbecue for his high school graduation. $250 there to cover the open bar for his 21st birthday at a pub. $300 for the 3-tier custom cake when he turned 23 and demanded an exact replica of his favorite gaming console. Another $450 Mom transferred directly from her account to mine, claiming the catering company had suddenly backed out of his 24th birthday party. The numbers, stark and unforgiving, climbed rapidly. I kept scrolling, examining the receipts attached to old messages. Family helps family, sweetie. When I reached his very last request, the deposit for renting a lodge in Aspen, Colorado for his 25th birthday, the total sum froze. $6,498.40. Over $6,000, siphoned from my modest kindergarten teacher's salary, which barely covered rent and student loan payments. I vividly remembered the first major bill. Shane had just turned 17 and was throwing a huge party at the local community center. He cornered me in the kitchen while I was unloading heavy bags of groceries. "Little sis," he laughed, slapping my back like it was an inside joke between friends. "You're 20 already and still single. No ring, no kids. So it's not bad for you to do something useful while you have the free time, right?" Mom walked in, heard the end of the sentence and smiled, not correcting him with a single word. Dad, David Sterling, only asked if I had remembered the ice. From that moment, it became routine. For his 18th birthday, I cooked paella for 50 people. For his 19th, I paid for the DJ when his side gig suddenly fell through. For his 20th, I covered the missing amount when the brewery demanded a larger deposit. Each time, Shane found a new, elaborate way to remind me that I was the reliable one. The one with no life of my own. No one's waiting for you at home, Vera. Help your little brother shine. I closed the banking app and opened the photo gallery. There was Shane at 22, arm in arm with his wealthy friend Cole, whose parents owned half the real estate in Miami, smiling in front of the table that took me 12 hours to prepare. Mom posted the picture with the caption, "Proud of my boy." Not a single mention of the sister who was chopping onions until her eyes teared up. The silence was broken by a call. The screen displayed, "Aunt Eva." I answered on the second ring. Eugenia Sterling, Eva, had always been the black sheep of the family, Mom's younger sister. Twice divorced, with no grandchildren to brag about. Don't let them use you anymore, sweetheart, she said without a greeting. I saw your chat. Is Shane 12 or what? He can hire a lizard to cook his paella. I exhaled. The sound was shaky. Almost $6,500. Eva, that's almost 2 years of rent. Exactly. Her voice was firm. And what do you get in return? A pat on the head and another hint that you're a lonely fool. Her tone softened. You moved back here after that breakup to be closer to your family, and they turned it into a subscription service. She was right. 5 years ago, I broke off an engagement and hauled all my belongings to a small studio 10 minutes from mom and dad, thinking that proximity meant support. Instead, it meant availability. Shane's promotions, his new cars, his weekend trips, every one of his successes, all were accompanied by a bill addressed to me. I taught him how to cook when he was 15. I retorted. And now he acts like I'm the maid. Aunt Eva chortled. Bella trained him well. Remember my 50th birthday? She asked you to bake the cake, and then took all the credit at the book club? Same script. I rubbed my temples. The apartment suddenly felt smaller. The walls were covered with photos I had paid to have developed. Shane's graduation, his first apartment key, his engagement to a girl who lasted 3 months, and my own achievements, a teacher's diploma and a stack of unpaid bills. Next Friday is the big 25th birthday at the Aspen Lodge, I said. Cole's parents are flying in. Mom is already sending me grocery lists. Let her send them, Eva replied. You don't owe them a single banquet. Block out the noise for one evening and breathe. I stared at the total on the calculator. 6,498.40 reasons to stop. I think I'm going to do that, I whispered. Aunt Eva's laughter was warm and hearty. That's my girl. Call me tomorrow. We'll plot our conspiracy. The call ended. I put the phone face down and opened a new note. At the top I typed, bills paid. Debt zero. Under the first line, no more free labor. On Saturday morning, Bella Sterling stormed onto the playground of the kindergarten as I was stacking chairs after an activity. Vera Lansing. We need to talk. Right now. Her voice cut through the parents' chatter. I set down the last chair. Mom, this is my job. Parents are watching. She waved it off. Let them watch. You've cooked for every party since he was a teenager. Cole's family is flying in on Thursday. They are expecting the kind of spread you always make. $6,500. We're not raising your rent. It's time to work off that famous beef stroganoff. Bella did not lower her voice. My phone vibrated in my apron pocket. I pulled it out. Shane, don't cause a scene. Just show up with the food, like always. I read it aloud, loud enough for the nearby parents to hear. A whisper of indignation went around. Bella tried to snatch the phone. Give it. You're disgracing the family. A security guard, Mr. Johnson, emerged from the office door. Everything all right, Ms. Lansing? Bella drew herself up. This is a private matter. My daughter is being unreasonable. Mr. Johnson stepped closer. The playground is not private during pickup. You need to move to the parking lot or leave. Mom snorted. I'm her mother. And I'm an employee, I said. Please leave. 2 parents were already recording with their phones. Bella noticed this, and her rage gave way to calculation. She retreated toward the gates. Fine. But this is not over. Shane needs you. Mr. Johnson escorted her out, his hand soft but firm on her elbow. The gates clanged shut. I apologized to the lingering parents. Family drama. It won't happen again. One mom, Olga, touched my arm. You handled that well. My sister-in-law pulls the same stunts. In the empty classroom, I opened the chat. Bella had already messaged. Some people forget about gratitude. Shane added a laughing emoji. I scrolled to their contacts. Mom, block for 48 hours. Ding. The screen went blissfully silent. Another buzz. Unknown number. This is David. Your mother is distraught. Call her back. It was Dad, David Sterling, using a work phone to bypass the block. I blocked him too. Silence. I crossed out the red date in my planner. Shane's B-Day. On Monday morning, I booked a bus ticket to Aspen, Colorado. The website loaded slowly on my phone during kindergarten nap time, but the confirmation popped up. Departure Friday after my shift, return Sunday evening. No cooking, no serving, just mountains and silence. I added a single room at an affordable lodge, a large bed, a balcony overlooking the slopes. Total cost, $240, charged to a credit card I had vowed never to use for family needs again. It felt like a revolt wrapped in practicality. My colleague, Tamara, slipped into the teacher's lounge with 2 coffees. Heard you crossed out Shane's date. Smart. I sipped my latte. Booked a trip. First time without a grocery list attached to the travel. All alone. I showed her the booking. The bus leaves after my shift. Break away, Vera. Completely. Or they'll escalate the pressure. Eugenia Sterling called as I was packing a small duffel bag. Heard you're bailing on Shane's lodge party? Proud of you. I'm going to Aspen alone, I said, folding long jeans. Bus on Friday. Perfect. I'm flying in Saturday morning. We're hitting the spa, massage sauna, the full works. My treat. I paused with a sweater halfway into the bag. You don't have to. Shut up, she laughed. I have bonus points from a conference in New York. I booked us side-by-side tables at the resort spa. 12 hours. The thought of hot stones and zero obligations made my shoulders slump in relief. It's a date. Eva added. Pack your fluffiest pajamas and leave the guilt at home. On Friday morning, I taught with extra energy. The kids sang the cleanup song louder than usual. Tamara gave me a high-five goodbye. Go be selfish for once. I got on the bus at 4:15 p.m. The seat reclined. As the city faded from view, I opened a new playlist, acoustic covers. Not a single song about family. Check-in at the lodge was smooth. Key card in hand, I went up to the 3rd floor. Crisp air flowed into the room. I unpacked my bag. 2 outfits, hiking boots, a swimsuit. I ordered a burger and fries. Ate it all without sharing. The following Friday, exactly a week later, the lodge was buzzing with guests. I arrived straight from the resort spa, my hair still damp from the steam room, when Bella Sterling spotted me near the entrance. She waved frantically. Vera. Over here. Shane stood beside her, arms crossed. David Sterling loomed behind them, holding a stack of coats. Cole was chatting with his parents, laughter pouring through the open door. He walked over slowly. What's wrong? Bella grabbed my sleeve. You're late. The kitchen is there. The groceries are ready. Shane stepped forward. Little sis, you don't have a husband or kids. Don't embarrass me in front of Cole. His voice carried. I pulled away my arm. I'm not cooking. Happy birthday, Shane. Bella's mouth opened and closed. You can't be serious. We rented this place expecting your food. I looked past them into the crowded hall. String lights, a Shane 25 banner, catering trays already laid out by staff in black vests. No empty kitchen begging for my paella. Everything is under control, I said. Shane flushed. This is my night. Cole's father might offer me a job. Just act normal. I stepped to the side. I came. Message delivered. Bella tried again. At least stay for a photo. Family should be together. A waiter passed by with appetizers, mini sliders, not mine. Guests were snatching them up, oblivious to the tension. I turned to leave. Bella lunged, grabbing my coat. After everything we've done for you. A security guard appeared. Problem? No problem, I said. I'm leaving. The snow crunched under my boots outside. Bella followed me onto the porch. You'll regret this. I slid into the driver's seat. I doubt it. The door slammed shut. I drove away without looking back. At 8 in the evening, a text from an unknown number lit up my phone. Bella. Ski accident. Urgent transfer to University Clinic. I had just parked near my apartment. Eugenia Sterling called before I could open the door. False alarm. I was in the Lodge coffee shop. Overheard Bella on speakerphone with Shane. They planned it all. It's plan B if you ignored the party. I dialed the hospital number. Ms. Lansing, no one by that name admitted today. No ski-related injuries. I recorded the conversation. 8:45 p.m. The stranger texted again. Surgery scheduled. Need consent. I forwarded this to Eva. She replied. Classic escalation. 9 p.m. Shane called from a blocked number. Voicemail. Deadline 10 p.m. Get here, or you're dead to us. I sat at my desk and opened a new email. Recipients, Bella, David, Shan. CC my work email. Subject, termination of contact. Evidence attached. Body, fake ambulance texts. Screenshots. Audio recording of hospital confirmation. 8 years of funds transfers. Bank statements. $6,498.40. This ends now. Any further contact violates established boundaries and will be escalated to the appropriate authorities. I scanned every receipt from the folder. Groceries, wires for rent, cakes. Attached 32 pages. 9:55 p.m. I read the text twice. No emotion, just facts. I hit send, exactly at 9:59 p.m. Eva texted. Add me to BCC. Done. I archived the correspondence, then blocked every variation of their numbers. I shut down my laptop, poured a cup of tea, and opened the window. The city lights twinkled steadily. No more warnings. The letter was sent, unopened by them. It didn't matter. The line had been drawn. 6 months later, I opened the door to my new condo in Quiet Courts. The key turned smoothly in the lock. Boxes lined the hallway labeled, Kitchen, Books. I got a promotion last week, supervisor of the junior kindergarten program. My salary jumped by 15%, enough to cover the slightly higher rent and start building real savings. Tamara came over after her shift with a housewarming coffee. You earned this, Vera. No more family party duty. I poured 2 mugs. It's official now. News about them trickled in slowly. Shane lost his startup funding when Cole backed out of the project. The investment meeting collapsed after Cole's father heard about the birthday drama from a mutual friend. Last I heard, Shane was working in a warehouse. Bella put the family house up for sale 3 months ago. The credit cards finally caught up to them. Maxed out limits from rent deposits and urgent flights for Shane's networking. They moved to a 2-bedroom apartment. Eugenia Sterling visited every Saturday like clockwork. She brought brioche buns from the bakery and news she picked up at the senior center. Bella tried to play the victim card at the bridge club. No one bought it, Eva said, spreading jam. And Shane asked me for a loan reference. I told him to try the bank. I laughed. I started a small blog about work-life balance for educators. The first post hit 200 views overnight. Comments flowed in. Finally, someone said it. By the end of the month, subscribers hit 4,000. One Friday, Eva sent me a photo. Bella at the grocery store, pushing a cart of cheap essentials. Caption: Reality check, aisle 5. I replied with a heart emoji. Support came from unexpected places. Tamara organized a potluck for my housewarming. Colleagues brought dishes, zero expectations from me. I hung Eva's gift above the door, a wooden sign that read "Chosen Family." Real support does not require blood. It comes with buns and honesty, celebrates victories without conditions, and calls things by their name. Silence enables the cycle. Words break it. That night I locked the door. The condo was filled with my things, my pace, my peace. The old chat remained muted forever. Thank you for listening to the story until the end. Don't forget to leave your opinion about this story, subscribe to the Unbelievable But True channel, and share this video with your friends and loved ones. This motivates us to continue working on new stories. Don't miss the next amazing story that is about to appear on your screen. We are very grateful to you for being with us. In the description below this video, you can open a catalog of all the stories. See you soon.